Well, as you just saw, Governor Christie managed to score some points in Saturday's debate by attacking Senator Rubio as someone whose campaign is built on memorized lines and heavily rehearsed sound bites. But today, Governor Christie's critics pointed out that the New Jersey governor, like a lot of the candidates, sometimes also repeats himself. Watch.
This is the difference between being a governor and being in a legislature. You have to be responsible and accountable. This is the difference between being a governor and being a senator. See, when you're a senator, what you get to do is just talk and talk and talk. When you're a governor, you're held accountable for everything you do. It's the difference between being a governor and being someone who has never had to be responsible for any of those decisions. This is the difference between being a governor who actually has to be responsible for problems. When you're a governor, you have to take responsibility.
Joining us now, Republican presidential candidate and New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. Governor, good to see you.
Hey, good to be here, Megan.
All right, so what do you make of that? You saying the same lines over and over on the campaign trail?
It's really interesting to try to make that comparison, but I didn't say them 4 times in a row in one debate in a way that was completely non-responsive to the question, like I was drowning and grabbing for a life preserver. So, yeah, it's a good try by the Rubio campaign, but not quite.
Well, they didn't do it. I mean, well, your critics were raising the point, and a lot of people have said that a lot of the candidates...
It was the Rubio campaign who did it, Megan.
We didn't have contact with the Rubio campaign.
And they pushed it out to other media sources.
No, for the record, we did not have contact with them about that.
I'm talking about other media sources.
Okay, but just to make it clear, because
yeah, of course.
That was our idea.
Okay.
I don't know whether they did it too, because we hear a lot of similarities between the candidates' stump speeches, and this is what his defenders say. Like, you guys, you can't come up with a new bit every time you go and speak. You can't come up with a new bit on every point. This is his bit when he gets attacked on whether a senator, first-term senator, is the one we should elect as president.
It was non-responsive to the question. And so, listen, Megan, he can argue all he wants, but there was not a person watching that debate the other night, unless they were in Marco Rubio's hip pocket, who thought that that was responsive and a good thing. And by the way, it just shows he's not ready.
But
he's not ready to be president of the United States.
Well, let me challenge you on the non-responsiveness. I mean, it was a shocking moment because he did keep repeating it over and over.
Yeah.
But if you take aside sort of the moment of the debate, how is it not responsive? Because he was trying to defend why it's okay to elect a first-term senator, notwithstanding what we've seen with Barack Obama. His point is Barack Obama wasn't too inexperienced for the job. Barack Obama has done everything he's done that's controversial intentionally. That's how he's trying to rebut the argument that a first-term senator is not the right one.
Nobody buys it. Sorry. Good try. Nobody buys it.
Well, that's a different argument from
nobody
not responsive.
Buys it. No, nobody buys that it's responsive. Nobody buys that that's responsive. And he got caught doing exactly what I was saying he's been doing for the whole campaign.
Which reveals what to us?
He has no depth and no substance. That's what. He repeats canned lines over and over and over again.
Okay, but...
And he does it all the time. He does it in his town hall meetings. He does it in TV interviews.
Do you ever do that?
And listen, do I say some things at the same time? Yeah, but you go to my town hall meetings, I almost never open the same way. I almost never close the same way. Mm-hmm. My answers are different. Absolutely.
How about the people who say it's message discipline?
How about the people who say it's robotic? I don't know. Listen, if you like Marco Rubio, then you like that. But I'll tell you this. It's not the way it works when you're sitting in a big chair. You can't repeat the same thing over and over again. Is he going to do that sitting across from Vladimir Putin? Mm-hmm. There's not substance there, Megan, and that's what it showed. It's what everyone has suspected about Senator Rubio. He's a nice guy. He's got a lot of talent. He's too young. He's too inexperienced. And he has served not one day in a position of management in his entire life. And now we want him to manage the largest, most complex government in the history of this world. I, quite frankly, don't think that qualifies him. And what it showed the other night, though, much more importantly than that, is that I am ready. Because I did not get shaken.
Well, let me ask you about that.
Listen, he was coming right back at me.
I'm going to give you the floor.
He's coming right back at me, and I didn't repeat the same things over and over again.
Everyone remembers 4 years ago when there were Republicans begging you to run, and you said, I'm not ready, and I'll know when I'm ready. Right. Is that why this has particular resonance for you? That do you feel like he's you 4 years ago, like somebody who just isn't ready for the job, but is putting himself out there?
No, that has nothing to do with me. About him not being ready. I make my own decision. Everyone has to make their own decision when they think they're ready, and then you're judged. And he's being judged about whether he's ready or not, and he's not ready.
And to those voters in New Hampshire who say, I love Chris Christie, but he's got no chance, and I don't want to vote for somebody with no chance.
Well, that's simply not true. Our internal polls show something very different than what you just showed on the air. Very different. And I think you're going to be very surprised tomorrow night. The momentum is in our direction, has been that way since the debate ended on Saturday night. Senator Rubio is dropping like a rock, and we are rising.
You're saying your internal polls show that?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you, any prediction before I let you go?
No. I'm going to do a lot better than what you showed on the screen. I guarantee you that.
Okay, well, again, that was not, you know.
No, I said you showed it on the screen. It's your show. I didn't say it's your poll, but you showed it on the screen. You asked me for a prediction. I'm going to do a lot better than that.
All right.
A lot better. And then, you know, you can buy me a beer or something.
What?
Come on.
I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't know what I've heard about you.
I'm a teetotal.
Well, all right, then buy me a cup of tea.
Okay, maybe we'll have some milkshakes.
All right, we'll go to Blake's.
Governor, great to see you.
Thank you. Good to see you, Megan.